Okay, hello everybody. Hi. Does the lighting look better like this? I just turned off the big light because I hate the big light. I hate it. Anyway, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I never introduce myself in these videos, and I feel like I should. Just like as like a common courtesy thing. Hello, my name is Michaela, and I'm a writer. I love to write, and I love to write literally everything and anything. Most of the time, fiction. This is my writing channel, and I just film and post videos that are primarily about writing. Before we begin, I'm gonna sit back because my back hurts at this young age. Thank you so much for watching that writing workshop video. I had a lot of fun with it. Thank you so much for entertaining that and like following along and doing the exercises if you did. I'm really excited about that workshop series, and I have a lot of ideas coming up, and I really think that series is going to be so fun. Oh, and happy October, everybody. I hate that it's already October. I don't know where the time has gone, but I love that it's October because it's fall. And I love fall. And I feel like I really come alive in fall. And so I've been planning some autumnal writing videos for this channel. So stay tuned for that if you're tuning in. Anyway, enough about that. I'm in the mood to write something. I have been trying to brainstorm like writing ideas and like little prompt ideas, little fun activities to do for myself and also for your viewing pleasure. So this month, I feel like it's going to be really exciting. This is so unladylike. Like I believe in being a lady. I was thinking about like fun ideas and thinking about how I, as a writer, get inspiration for little activities like these. And sometimes it's on Pinterest, the one and only. If I want to write something off an image, I will go on Pinterest and start looking up like the vibe. And then I'll scroll until like something tickles my fancy and I will get inspiration from that. And I feel like that's what I'm itching to do tonight. Okay, so I thought it would be very fun as a challenge to go on Pinterest and find like a mood board or an image or an illustration, piece of art, whatever, and write something inspired by this picture. I'll also add that these past few days I've been really craving like food. I've been really itching to write something seasonal and autumnal. I had written down already some like parameters for this activity, so I didn't just like run to the hills with it. I have two different branches of fall aesthetics, I guess, that I could go for. On one hand, I'm thinking dark academia. I'm thinking if we were villains kind of type beat. I spun like I had the book. I don't have the book. On one hand, I'm thinking dark academia. On the other hand, I'm thinking cozy coffee shop love story. So those two are the two different branches that I am deciding between. But the actual writing challenge itself, I keep calling it a challenge. It's kind of just what I want to do for fun. This is going to be a screenwriting activity because I've just been wanting to like practice my screenwriting lately. Let me actually read to you what I wrote down. Dark academia vibes, autumn core, drama, 2 to 3 characters, tension, enemies to lovers, competing for something, ending up finding some kind of corruption. Can you see that? This is the activity. We're going to find a photo off of Pinterest and we're going to write something either coffee shop cozy core or dark academia vibe. Then what we're going to do is 5 pages of screenwriting. However, each page is a different scene in this movie, in this TV show, whatever. We're gonna have 2 to 3 characters, and there is some kind of tension. Each scene, so each page, is gonna be written in chronological order. Does that make sense? I'll see when I edit this. Even though this isn't like a workshop video, you are more than welcome to do this with me. For tonight, since it's getting late, what I'm gonna do is find a photo on Pinterest, and that will be our guiding star. And then we'll do a 20-minute brainstorm. Now it's time to go on Pinterest. See, like that. So cottagecore. Cottagecore. Wrong. See, like, look at this. I could write a million stories in this room. Isn't this where they filmed Harry Potter? Looks like. Oh. That looked like it hurt. I'm really sorry. Even like this. Like, that's so cute. Who are these people? Where are they going? And what will they find? Autumn coffee shop. You always have to write aesthetic at the end or else they don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm just getting so much AI art right now. It's pissing me off. Does anybody know how to get rid of AI art on Pinterest? Everything that I'm looking at for this coffee shop is giving me AI art, and so I think it's telling me not to do that. Guys, look how cute. Lesbians. Oh, guys, see, look. Come on now. Yeah, see, I feel like I'm getting more content with dark academia than I am with coffee shop because the coffee shop pictures that I'm getting, my app is we're frozen. But I really like this picture. I really like this one. This might be our picture. It speaks to me. Does it speak to you in this really, really clear, crisp imaging? Do you see how really very clear that is? Or even the one below it. I took a screenshot so I wouldn't lose it. Even the one below it. I like that there's characters. I mean, obviously these are people, but I like that there's like something to work with. Okay, I took a screenshot of it because my Pinterest was crashing on me. Yeah, I will never be able to find those pictures again. No problem. I'm glad I screenshot that. Would the past tense of screenshot be screenshot? Think about that for a minute. I love scrolling through Pinterest. Just look at this. Like, come on now. That's amazing. That's amazing. How do people do this? I could get lost on Pinterest for hours, but I won't. This is a really nice outfit. I just love to look up Pinterest for inspo. I think I have that. Just love Pinterest so much. Look at that. Spooky. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think we have our picture. I think these two are our pictures. I wish that my phone didn't freeze because now I just have this and I don't know who to credit. Thank you for these wonderful photos. This is the vibe I'm going to capture, okay? Anyway, that's settled. Now I'm going to try to clip you without messing with the sound quality. But it kind of did last time you were clipped. How does that sound? God, I wish you could tell me. I wish I didn't have to find out later. Anyway, I'm still holding it up though. Stay. Okay, now that we have our picture, I want to do a little brainstorming before I go to bed so I don't wake up in the morning and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm going to set a 20-minute timer and I'm just going to brainstorm. This is a very chaotic video, I feel like. Dark academia. Sorry, you can't see a damn thing I'm doing, and I feel like that takes the fun out of it, but if I speak, you'll kind of be there. I'm a sucker for an enemies to lovers. Academic rivals, come on now. What do people fight about in school? Maybe they're like gunning for the same scholarship. Should they be straight? I don't know how to write straight people anymore, but maybe it's good practice. Here's the thing that's like hard about dark academia is I feel like you need to have a lot of lore building. Whereas like a coffee shop, you don't have to lore build because the lore is down the street. But with dark academia, there's a lot of like history there. But it doesn't have to be that serious, does it? I make the rules. If I go like this, can you still hear me? This is hilarious to me. Anyway, I can't care that much. I'm actually over it. Two girls. Obviously, guys. Can a girl write anything else? No. And what is the inciting incident? What makes them meet? This will be easier if I write this out in scenes. And then what I want, because holy fuck. This piece of fluff just started. If you could see what I saw just now. This piece of fluff go like this across my floor. Me, afraid of spiders. What do you think? The angina I just had and experienced at my age. Okay. And then each scene is a progression of this enemies to lovers arc. And where would two academic rivals that don't even know they're rivals yet be on a dark and stormy night? The library. So, oh my god, they reach for the same book. And okay, what if they are in the same class? Same class, but they don't speak to each other. But the main girl, because there's always a main girl, thinks the other girl, we'll call her X, is cute. X is cute. Never have spoken. Main girl, she's like soft spoken, but she can bite if she has to, especially when it comes to her school. And so they both reach for the same book because they're both writing the same essay. Or I guess they're like working on the same essay topic. Both reach for the book. And then it's a little bit of like tug of war. Anyway, main girl is like trying to be reasonable. Our love interest, she doesn't give a fuck, which makes main girl hate this one. I feel like that's good. I can't think about it too much. Scene 2. Time has passed from this incident. They do not speak to each other. They do not like each other, but they are forced proximity. Everybody loves forced proximity when it comes to enemies to lovers. Made to be partners. And for the lack of time here, I'm gonna be speedy because I don't have much time left. This is not time sensitive, but I just want to go to bed. But because they're like smart up here through this partnership because obviously they still want to get a good grade because they're nerds. They're gonna like feed off of each other's intelligence, and they're gonna both connect. Like they're gonna leave this group project feeling like frustrated that they had to tolerate each other, but they're also going to have a new sense of respect for each other because they're like, wait, no, okay, you're actually kind of smart. Next, number 3, we're reaching kind of like, what's that word? I'm thinking of a word. You're thinking of the same one. Precipice? We're reaching the orgasm. Sorry, that's not funny, but you know the word I'm trying to say. So we need a turning point. Is that it? We need a turning point. Let's say some kind of school event, main girl or love interest not doing great. They seek comfort in each other, maybe almost kiss. Sorry, I'm kind of not like speaking to you anymore. I'm just speaking into this, but I hope you're catching. Scene 4, which is going to be some kind of like fight. I think, honestly, okay, this is what the vibe I'm picturing. I think main girl is going to really head over heels for lover girl. And lover girl, I think, is going to be scared of that because she wants it too. But being like such a cutthroat academic, she doesn't really know how to handle that. She doesn't really know how to nurture that side of her. And I guess during their connection building scene, you know, lover girl is probably sharing things about like her family and how maybe she hasn't been able to like fully, maybe she has a lot of pressure on her to do really well in school and has never been shown affection or love in a means of like in an empathetic way, except for love being shown to her through her academic value. So I don't think she necessarily understands or knows or is, you know, or I guess is fearful of what a genuine love connection could look like because she was raised and has this mindset of I need to be better than everybody else so that I can be accepted and I can be loved, you know? So I think what's going to happen between scenes 3 and scenes 4 is that lover girl is going to try to distance herself again, and main girl is not going to understand why, and is going to take that really personally, and it's going to be like, I thought we were something. So in a lot of these like dark academia movies, films, stories, there's always some kind of ball, you know? Like in Harry Potter, there's the Yule Ball. Anyway, I think it would be so cute for them to make up at the ball. And main girl is in her beautiful dress. Lover girl is in hers. So cute. And they make up and they kiss. Obviously, we're going to have a lot more detail, but this so far is the outline. It's a little chaotic and I don't really recommend taking the time to. What is that? Oh, it says, go out there and write. Have an awesome life. I wrote that for myself. Isn't that so? Is that cringy? That's a pretty good outline, in my opinion. It's very basic. I feel like this is such a classic, like, enemies to lovers plot line, but like, who cares? I really like it. I think these are going to be great scenes to write, and that is all I'm doing tonight. I'm so tired. So I'm going to leave it here for tonight, and that tomorrow morning we will get to writing those 5 scenes. Anyway, I'm going to do some crazy old school YouTube magic right now. And this will only work if I remember to do this tomorrow morning. But I'm going to go like this, and it's going to be morning. It's going to be so cool. What? So stupid. Good morning. I honestly don't have a lot of time this morning, so I'm gonna write at least 1 page and then finish the rest of it later, which is very fine with me. Hope that's okay with you. I want to reiterate, like, because I'm not writing a full movie and I'm just doing 5 specific scenes, obviously it's gonna feel a little choppy, and so I'm gonna give context to each scene because in my head I know exactly why they're doing these things and why they're saying these things, but you as an audience member probably wouldn't get that if you just read these 5 individual scenes. I am also going to clip my microphone to my laptop. Wait, that was kind of genius. Why didn't I do this all along? So I came up with some names already. I like the main girl's name being Angie, Angie. I just think it's a cute name. And then the love interest, her name's gonna be Riley. The vibe is dark and stormy night. Both Riley and Angie are in the library and they're working on an essay for the same topic. And also context, they're both in the same class, and Angie has a big crush on Riley, but just like one of those like class crushes where you like see somebody and you think they're like really good looking, but like you're obviously not going to do anything about it. It's a class crush. You know what I mean? Like you just like go to this class and you're like, this is why I'm here, because like this person's here and that's what's keeping me going. Except the fact that they're also like cutthroat academics. So school is also what's keeping them here. However, it's always fun to have a little eye candy in a class. So Angie has this like class crush on Riley, and Riley doesn't give a damn. Anyway, they're both in the library, dark and stormy night, and both of them reach for the same book at the same time. And then what's going to happen is that Angie, who ding 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 has a big crush on Riley, is going to like take a pause and be like, oh my god, I'm having a meet cute. I'm so lucky. Like, wow. In the library of all places. And it's this girl I have a crush on. And she's like shocked. She's like, how do I even speak? I don't know what to do. Riley rips it off the shelf and goes, do you mind? And then Riley walks away with the book. And then Angie's like sitting there for a minute on her heels. And then she's like, wait, maybe that was just like a misunderstanding. Like, let me actually just go talk to her because I actually, for my project, I need that book. And she goes back up to Riley, who's now like reading through it, making notes. And she's like, I kind of need that book. And then Riley looks at her and she's like, well, I'm kind of using it right now, so you have to wait your turn. And it's just like vicious. It's like there's no patience at all. And Riley's kind of like mean. And Angie's like, oh, you're actually a bitch. You know, when you like think someone's cute and that you actually speak to them and they're like the worst person on earth? That's what Angie's feeling. She's like, I cannot believe I had a crush on you. Terrible. Look at this mug. I love this mug. My girlfriend got me this mug. How amazing is this mug? And that's going to be the first scene. Okay? I'll see how long it takes. This is high school, by the way. So they're young adults. Angie, what's your last name, Angie? I want Angie to be Asian because I'm Asian. Lee, but with an L-Y. Hello. Some time has passed and you wouldn't even know it. It's been about, I want to say like 6 hours since I last filmed whatever clip I just filmed. I had errands to run, but now I'm back with a snack. And that snack is in the shape of a Honeycrisp apple. And for those that love, the biggest crow just flew by my window. For those who love ASMR, this is for you. Was that nice? Let me know in the comments below. I'm back. I'm going to do some writing. Most of this is going to be kind of boring because it'll probably be just a time lapse of me writing. But then when I'm done writing, we'll do some reading. Okay, hi, welcome back. For me, not for you. You've been here. It's much later in the evening, as you can obviously tell, but my wonderful update for the group tonight is that I finished writing this activity. I will say I did go a little bit overboard. Some of the scenes are more than a page, and that's okay. I know that I set one page, but I was getting into it and I just felt like one page was too little, and I guess, you know, a part of a challenge is fitting with those parameters, but sometimes a girl just wants to have a little fun. Now, for the best part of the video, in my opinion, is the show and tell and the story time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give context before each scene, and then I'm going to read each scene. Okay, seems simple enough. So the first scene, as mentioned before, this is their meet cute, even though it's not very cute. Let me just introduce our characters first. Our main character, her name is Angie Lee. Angelica for long. That's her government name. And then our love interest, her name is what I write, Riley Scott. I'm just jumping in. You don't need that much context. Interior school library, evening. Angie Lee walks down the bookshelves in deep concentration. She scans the shelves for a specific book, and her eyes light up when she sees it. Athena, Wisdom and War, A Brief History. As she reaches for the book, another pair of hands reaches for it too. Their hands touch. Angie turns to face Riley Scott, the girl from her ancient Greek history class. Her eyes widen, and she pulls her hand away. Angie swoons over this chance meeting. Riley snatches the book off the shelf. Do you mind? She doesn't say it like that. I just can't act. Riley walks away from Angie with the book and sits down at a nearby table. Angie shakes herself off from the interaction. She marches towards Riley with determination. Actually, yes, I do mind. I need that textbook. Riley barely looks up from the book and scoffs. Actually, if you haven't noticed, I'm using it right now. So I suggest you wait your turn. Angie's mouth opens in bewilderment. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it. If you're gonna cry, do it somewhere else, okay? I'm trying to focus. Riley turns her head away and refocuses on the text. Angie sputters in disbelief and turns on her heels, stomping away from her new academic rival. Okay, that was scene 1. Next scene, we're going to do a little bit of a jump in time. We're in ancient Greek history class, and these two have been forced to pair up for a joint essay project. I don't know much lore on this project. I don't need to know much lore, and neither do you. Interior, ancient Greek history class, afternoon. Angie grabs her textbooks and throws them down next to Riley. She makes a dramatic ruckus with her things and huffs when she finally sits down. You done yet? Angie scoots her chair backwards. It scrapes against the floor and Riley winces. I am now. Great, I'm glad. Good, I don't care. Riley smirks and rolls her eyes. She opens her notebook to a blank page and writes down, Joint essay, The Birth of Athena. Oh, so you're just deciding for us both that we're going to do our essay on Athena? You're not even going to ask me for my opinion? No, because I know your opinion is Athena. You can't know that. All right, bright eyes. I'll bite. What's your opinion? Angie is left with nothing to say. Riley laughs. You know, you might be annoying, but at least I can count on you to have good taste. Okay, that's scene 2. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I don't know. I feel like I wanted it to be more. I think when I was writing the first 2 scenes, I was really trying to keep it at a page each. I really wanted scene 2 to have more of them bantering in an academic way and being able to feed off of each other's energy and being able to have that kind of mutual respect for each other, even though they emotionally have a distaste for each other right now. They are still connecting on this intellectual level. And so I really wanted more of that, but I don't know. This is what I came up with for 1 page. And then I extended my parameters because I just felt like I couldn't fit what I wanted to say in just a singular page. And I think it would be fun next time to just do that again, but really keep it strict. Next is scene 3. And scene 3, the context for this is we're much later now in the plot. In this school, there is a scholarship that students can apply for, seniors can apply for. I don't know much about it. I know that the name of it is the Guilford Scholarship because I made that up. It's a financial scholarship that I'm making this up right now, that I'm assuming will cover the cost of your university or college tuition, and it's something that the best of the best students will apply for each year. So this is a scene where Angie is working on her application in the library. Enjoy. And it's 2 pages. Interior school library, late evening. Thunder claps outside and rain hits the window panes. Angie edits through her scholarship application, crossing out lines that don't fit. Thunder claps again and the power goes out. Angie lets out a startled scream. Fuck! Angie lets out another scream. Sorry, I didn't know anyone else was in here. Angie? Oh, it's just you. Riley approaches from the other side of the library with her book bag over her shoulder. Just me? I'm touched. Riley sits down next to Angie and looks over at her application papers, lit up by the moonlight. Oh, you're applying for the Guilford Scholarship too? Angie nods and flips her papers over. Don't worry, Bright Eyes, I can't plagiarize a personal essay. And then there's a beat, which is like a pause. You almost finished? Nearly. Why are you applying? Sorry if that's rude to ask, but don't you come from so much money? Riley pauses. Sorry, you don't have to answer that. It was an out of touch question. No, you're fine. You're right. It's not. Riley struggles to find her words. Angie waits. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just something for my family to be proud of, you know? You're the smartest person in this school. Aren't they already so proud of you? Yeah, no. Of course. Of course they are. Angie takes in Riley's body language. Well, for what it's worth, I would be pretty proud. The moonlight emits a soft blue glow on the both of them. Thanks. Tough competition now that you're in the running. Was that a compliment? Yep, from yours truly, the smartest person in this school, apparently. And that's the 3rd scene. Fine. I think, okay, let me be nice to myself. I liked it. I'm my worst critic. But considering, I did not spend a lot of time writing this, I think the lore drop is nice. Riley, as we have learned, comes from money. And so this scholarship again is funding education. And so obviously Angie would be like, why the why are you applying for this? Her value as a daughter and as a member of her family comes through her academic merit. And reaching to be the top of the top has always been something that Riley has been quote unquote like forced to do, to feel love from her family and to feel acceptance. And so her applying for the same application is not because she needs the financial aid, but because um the Guilford Prize or whatever this scholarship is like super super like just like it's the prize to win. I don't know anything about it, but you know what I mean? Like just stay with me. It's the prize to win. So obviously both of these academic rivals who are very very bright young girls would be gunning for the same thing. Anyway, this will cause problems. So you need context for this next scene. Want you to know that Riley messed up big time. From scene number 3 that we just watched to scene number 4, a lot has happened. Angie and Riley have become friends, possibly more. Their connection, their bond has been growing. However, this scholarship has been looming over the both of them, and I think especially more so for Riley than for Angie. In Riley's head, she feels as though stakes are very high. Like if she does not get this scholarship, oh, all she has ever known is to be the best of the best. And now here's Angie, who is also applying for the scholarship, and Angie, I really didn't spend much time with her lore, to be quite honest with you. But like, know that like Angie deserves this scholarship, okay? I don't know much about this girl, but she deserves this scholarship. And Riley knows it too. And Riley thinks that Angie's gonna win. And so here comes the sabotage. This scene is that playing out. Exterior courtyard sunset. Angie follows Riley out into the courtyard. Her pace quickens into a jog. Riley, stop! Angie speeds up into a sprint and grabs Riley's arm and spins her. There it is again, that blank look on her face. What is going on with you? Riley looks down at the ground. Riley, look at me, please. I'm sorry I tried to kiss you, okay? I'm sorry I tried to kiss you, okay? I just thought, well, I guess I don't know what I thought. Will you please just say something? It was me. What? Riley winces and sighs. I stole your application. It was me. Oh, I forgot to mention this is 2 pages long. Angie's body goes rigid. What do you mean? It wasn't Carter who took it. It was me. No, no, no. Because they found it in his bag. I paid him. I paid him to do that. I told him to hold on to it until the deadline passed. Angie starts to take steps backwards, her head shaking vigorously, her hand coming up to her mouth. Riley takes a step forwards. Don't. Do not. Angie, I don't know what to say. I feel sick. I didn't. Oh, you feel sick? You feel sick? I can't believe after everything I told you, this was before that. Angie, it doesn't fucking matter. How could you do that to me? How could you take that away from me? Riley winces when Angie swears. Both girls are crying now. The sun sets in between them. I messed up, Angie. I know I messed up. And it wouldn't even matter for me to explain why I did it. It can't be justified. I got scared, and I know that's not an excuse. I didn't know we'd get this close, which is not an excuse either. But Angie, I didn't know I would fall in love with you. Angie stares daggers into Riley. How dare you? That's scene 4. Here's the thing. If I were a natural born actress, I would act the shit out of this for you. But I don't want that for you, and I do not want that for me. Just picture the angst and the anger and the tension and the fight happening in this like beautiful sunset. And so, to give context, in my head, the Guilford application, you submit it to this high school, then the high school like decides who gets the prize. So it's not like you're sending it out to anybody, like you're not mailing it to like this unknown source, like it's the school's scholarship. And so I just picture Riley paying this Carter kid, who I do not know who this man is. So sorry, don't know who you are. She paid Carter to yoink the application from, I don't know, from Angie's desk, her table, her locker, her bag, somewhere. Because it's like a written down thing. It's not like an email. Like, I'm picturing this application being like a handwritten note. So Carter steals it. Angie doesn't have her application. Angie freaks out, seeks what's her name, Riley, for comfort, and it's this whole like really dramatic thing where like she confides in Riley, and Riley is like feeling really guilty but being like, oh no, how tragic, but then also like feeling horrible for doing this. And then they like bond over something. I don't know. But Riley's still holding on to all of this guilt. But then Angie's like trusting Riley. And it's just like really bad because you know it's gonna crumble. Anyway, obviously there are a bunch of plot holes that I'm thinking of actively right now, but like, humor me. So that was scene 4. The last scene is 3 pages long and it's not even done. It's not finished and I can't be bothered. So that's what it is. This ending scene is like a little makeup scene, okay? And it's set in a ball. Beautiful black tie event. Interior school ballroom evening. The school headmaster makes his way to the stage and the crowd silences. Angie picks at the hors d'oeuvres scattered around the tables. She pops a deviled egg into her mouth and dusts off her fingers on her black dress. Okay, this is the school headmaster, and I'm going to speak very regularly because I'm not going to imitate an old man's voice. The time has come once more for us to gather in this ballroom. It is always a pleasure to see such bright minds before me. I don't know, okay? Tonight, we celebrate not the past, but the bright future of our most promising student, the recipient of the Guilford Scholarship. 2 students brush by Angie. Student 1, do you think Riley's gonna win? Student 2, I hope not. She's not even here. Angie rolls her eyes and throws another deviled egg into her mouth. The headmaster turns to pick up an envelope from the table behind him. The ballroom doors open slightly and Riley slips in, unnoticed. This year, the Guilford Scholarship will be awarded to Angelica Lee! What? Wild applause erupts in the room. Angie struggles to swallow her mouthful. She walks up to the podium, accepting her award, confused. I don't understand. The headmaster notices Riley at the back of the room. There were some pulling of strings. How cliche is this, guys? Angie locks eyes with Riley. Riley leaves the ballroom and Angie runs after her. Exterior, courtyard, evening. Riley is already halfway across the courtyard when Angie sees her. Angie takes her shoe off and throws it in Riley's direction. It lands square on her back. And then this is dual dialogue, so they're saying this at the same time. Obviously, sorry. I didn't mean to mansplain that. Angie says, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then Riley says, what the fuck? Angie catches her breath, hands on her knees. I didn't mean to do that. Goodness, you walk fast. I didn't think you'd want to see me. Well, I don't. Right. Okay, then I'm gonna go. Riley turns to leave. No, wait. I'm assuming this was you? Angie waves the scholarship envelope. It was. Well, me and the headmaster. How? I forfeited my application. I told them what I did and I told them to replace mine with yours. They didn't really argue. It was all very easy. Angie stares at Riley. The moon stands bright between them. The crickets chirp. I don't know what to say, Riley. Don't say anything. There really isn't anything to say. It's not commendable. What are you going to tell your family? About the scholarship loss or the expulsion? Angie's eyes widen. You got expelled? Yeah, well, I feel like what I did would be grounds for expulsion, don't you think? But Riley, your parents. Riley kicks at the pebbles by her feet. She shrugs. I don't know, I guess I'll just have to. How did you put it again? Fuck them and figure it out? I can't believe I said that. I never talk like that. Yeah, it was cute. Silence finds them again. And what about us? And that's all I have. And scene. And I hope that was fun for you to listen to. It was definitely really fun for me to write. I had a joyous time writing this. And yes, is it cliche? And yes, is it like very like predictable? Yes and yes. What can I say? I love enemies to lovers. I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't know what's going to happen to their story. Obviously, they're going to make up, but like, what is going to happen to Riley? I don't know. And what is Angie going to do? I don't know. It remains a mystery. Anyway, I had a lot of fun taking inspiration from this Pinterest photo, from the Pinterest photo that we found yesterday. Did I look at this photo again at all when I was writing this? I cannot lie to you. So will I still title this video, Can I Turn This Pinterest Photo into a Movie? Yeah. Based off of everything I just read to you, don't you think this kind of fits the vibe? Let me know. That's your job, is to let me know in the comments. Anyway, happy fall, happy October. If you enjoyed this video, give it a little one of these guys. And if you feel so compelled to hit the subscribe button, I would not ever stop you from doing that. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you again soon. And go have fun. Bye.